Hi friends, good afternoon. My name is Kelly with Intuitive Tarot and thank you so much for clicking on my video. Today I'd like to go over with you the different types of empaths. And I feel this is really important because a lot of people pick up on different vibrations, different energies. They end up carrying it with them. They're not really too sure why. So I'm hoping after today this will clear up a lot of confusion for you. And also stay tuned for the end of the video. I'm going to share with you some tips on how to protect yourself from energy so that you're not carrying a heavy dark energy and being burdened by that, because a lot of times we absorb energies into our body and it affects us physically eventually. So let's get to it. The first type of empath I'd like to go over with you is the physical empath. Now, a physical empath is really attuned to and picking up on other people's physical issues. Be it good, bad, or indifferent, they're going to pick up on it. So let me give you an example. If you were to be having a conversation with somebody on the phone and they are complaining about having a headache, a backache, maybe their headache is a migraine, and you are really compassionate because you're a physical empath, eventually when you hang up that phone, you will start noticing that you are now developing a headache. Same thing can happen as far as having back pain or anything like that. And also, physical empaths are really susceptible to complainers. So they have those group of friends that like to complain to them, and it really drains their energy. So if you are a physical empath, then you are attuned to picking up on everybody else's physical symptoms, whether it's good or bad, and then you absorb that with you. So that's a physical empath. The second type of empath I'd like to go over with you is an emotional empath. Now, emotional empaths are kind of close to the next topic I'm going to share with you, the intuitive empath, but emotional empaths pick up on the emotions of those around them. So there's a flip side to this. So let's say your best friend just got proposed and she's super duper excited, or he is super duper excited, he proposed to somebody. You are going to feel that happiness like it is actually happening to you. So it's going to be very exciting, invigorating, it's going to lift your spirits. So emotional empaths pick up on the emotions of those around them. The next one I'd like to go over is an intuitive empath. Now, intuitive empaths, think of them as having the superpowers. So intuitive empaths pick up on the unknown of what is going on. So let me give you an example. Let's say your friend invites you over for dinner and you've known this couple for decades, and you go over there and you can cut the tension with a knife in the air. So you pick up on the unknown of what is going on, and you actually feel it, and it makes you feel very uncomfortable. So intuitive empaths really do know the unknown, and intuitive empaths also pick up on and have the same capabilities as a physical empath as well as an emotional empath. So they really kind of get like a triple whammy being an intuitive empath. Number four, the fourth empath I'd like to share with you is a dream empath. Now, dream empaths have their own little unique thing going on altogether. So dream empaths are able to pick up on profound messages while they are dreaming in their REM sleep. And they remember these dreams, and they're very profound, they're very lifelike, and they really, when they wake up in the morning, they know that they received a message. So let me give you an example. My sister-in-law's mother passed away about 5.5 years ago. And she was very upset, of course, rightfully so, that she had lost her mom. And she was upset that she wasn't getting any messages from her mom, no type of a dream visit or anything like that, no synchronicities, and she was really feeling down. And we had discussed this. Now, my brother, that was his mother-in-law who passed away, was married, for 26 years, was married to my sister-in-law. And so they were around the mother-in-law for 26 years. However, they lived in separate states. So I actually met this woman maybe 3 or 4 times in a total of an hour, because this is my brother's mother-in-law, not part of my immediate family. So of course I was not involved in that relationship. Well, about 6 months after she had passed away, I had this really profound dream. And I had a dream that I was at an outdoor function, like maybe like one of those street fairs, and that was kind of the vibe. And I was turned to my right, and I was looking at these neat little trinkets. And I remember it being a really sunny day. I remember there was gravel on the road because when I was walking, I could feel it at the bottom of my shoe. So again, very vivid dream. Well, for some reason, I turned to my left, and about 10 feet away, I saw my brother's mother-in-law standing there. And in my mind, I immediately said, she's dead. How can this be? And I turned back around. I turned back around again, and she was standing in front of me. And it was such a profound dream. The sun was actually coming up behind her. I could see the sun beaming through her hair, and she had really curly hair, and she was wearing this flowing, beautiful red blouse, very vibrant red. And all she said to me in the dream was, I absolutely adore the color red. I woke up 2:30 in the morning. I logged my whole entire dream down. So I called my sister-in-law the next morning. I says, hey, let me ask you a question. I said, did your mom like the color or love the color red? She says, oh my God, that was her favorite color. How did you know? So I told her the dream. So again, here we have dream empaths. Now, dream empaths actually can pick up on information regarding themselves as well. I had a really close friend who had a dream that she was driving, and she saw a street sign that said Thyroid Way. And so I told her, I says, gee, maybe you need to have your thyroid checked. She had it checked, and she had an overactive thyroid. So dream empaths to me also are incredibly unique. And if you are a dream empath, consider yourself very lucky. So dream empath number 4. The fifth one is a plant empath. Plant empaths are referred to the people who have the green thumbs. Like they can grow any type of plant. They can take a plant that was knocking on death's door, the leaves were all brown, and in 6 weeks to 8 weeks, the plant is in full bloom. It's very happy, it's shiny, it's green, healthy. These are plant empaths. Now, plant empaths actually make really good friends because they actually put so much love and energy into the plant that they have just planted or their flower garden. They put a lot of love and energy, and you'll notice that these are the type of people that are dusting off the leaves with either milk and water or a spray bottle. They're constantly monitoring the soil. They talk to their plants. So plant empaths actually carry this unique trait to their friendships and their family members. So plant empaths actually make really good friends because they're so attuned to what's going on around them. Number 5 would be an earth empath. An earth empath. So earth empaths are almost rocking the similar vibe as the plant empath, but earth empaths are attuned to the planets, the solar system, and the weather. And they're actually the first people who are jumping on board when there's maybe a forest fire ripping through a town, or there's a particular tree they want to protect. They're very much into monitoring the lakes and the levels of the lakes and rivers and dams and just the habitat in general. So earth empaths really do, they're very much connected to the whole entire atmosphere. And they've actually really been attuned to knowing when there's going to be some sort of a weather happen, whether it's a hurricane coming or it's going to rain or even an earthquake. There have been some earth empaths who really, they picked up on that before anybody else did because they're so attuned to the whole solar system. And they really are, earth empaths, you'll find, are very interested in astrology, and they actually study astrology, and they get into numerology, and they're really actually drawn to computers and astronomy and that sort of thing. So earth empaths have their own really unique type of vibe, and it's pretty profound. Last but not least, we come to an animal empath. So animal empaths, you'll spot them right off the top. They're the people who are hanging out with the pet at the party. So you could be at a big function, outdoor function or indoor function, and the second they spot a cat or a dog or even a horse out back in the pasture, or a goat or ducks or chickens, they're drawn to them, and they actually pick up and they feel the emotions of these animals, and they know what the animal needs, what the animal is feeling, if the animal is happy, sad, if the animal is very angry, if the animal feels like it's been abandoned. And what happens is animal empaths actually absorb that energy, and it actually affects them sometimes very negatively. I'm actually a big time animal empath, as well as a dream empath and an intuitive empath, and I can tell you that I have to really guard myself on what I allow myself to read, whether it's on Flipboard or watch something on the news, or even if I hear about something that happened in a third world country to a cat or a dog, I'm a mess. So I have to really guard and protect myself so that I don't absorb and hang on and carry these energies. And this goes with each of the empaths that I just described you, just like an earth empath, a big forest fire rips through. These people actually feel it on a physical level. They actually feel pain, and that pain starts from their heart chakra and it radiates out. So, we have these different type of empaths, and a lot of people are not even aware of what an empath is, and they go throughout their life and they're wondering why they're feeling up or down, or they're feeling kind of mediocre, or they're not happy, sad, they're just kind of muddling through life. And so it's really important to get this message out there. Now, there are a few things, actually there are multiple ways we can protect ourselves from energies, but I'm just going to go over a couple with you. The first thing that what you can do is, if you are in a particular outside environment, or maybe you just got off of work and you had a bad day at work, the first thing that you really must do is when you get home, take off your clothes, because everything is holding energy and we're pure energy. So you want to take off your clothes that you were at work with, or maybe you're out at a function, whatever it happens to be. Take off those clothes, throw them in the washer, and take a shower. And as you're in the shower, you want to visualize white light coming down from the top of your chakra, and you want to visualize all this pinned up negative energy of emotion. You want to visualize it going down the drain. That's the first thing you can do. The second thing you can do is you can call in whatever spirit guides that you work with on a regular basis, or if you have a particular archangel. I work with Archangel Raphael, and you can ask Archangel Raphael, whatever your particular guide is that you work with, to surround you and protect you. And that's another way you can do it. A third thing you can do is you can visualize a bubble of protection around you. Now, I do this every day before I get out of bed, because I never know what my day is going to entail. If I might go to the grocery store and pick up on some bad mojo, and I don't want to bring that home. So I surround myself with the protection of white light. And whatever color that ends up being, go with that. Don't try to change it. If you see white light, then that's what you need to surround yourself in. If you see a green light, then Archangel Raphael is stepping right up there for you. So whatever color that ends up being is what you need to go with. So that's the third thing you can do. The fourth thing that you can do, and actually before you do any of the first three things I just described to you, is first of all, you need to recognize where these negative feelings are coming from. So once you recognize the source, you can then release it. And basically, once you release it, then you're going to go through the 3 steps that I just went over with you, as far as cleansing yourself and keeping yourself very protected. And last but not least, live in an attitude of gratitude. I cannot stress this enough. So when we are in a higher vibration and we're happy, we are actually automatically protecting ourselves. It's when we kind of draw back and we focus on what is not going good in our life, maybe some downfalls, maybe somebody let you down, you're focusing on the negative. Whatever you send out, you're going to attract back to you. It's the law of attraction, and it's a very real thing. Energy is always moving. It's moving into form, through form, and out of form. So we need to be very conscious of the energies that we are allowing in our immediate circle. At any rate, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please drop some comments down below if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to go over that with you. Also, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. That way, the next video comes up, you'll be able to see it straight away. I wish everybody happiness, health, and a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.